So, hello and welcome back. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about grinding wheels. Now, in yesterday's video, I actually had a comment on this, which is, why I'm doing it. And if anyone else has one they want to make, then just please drop it down below. So the person who asked was asking about how to hang grinding wheels. Now, hanging a grinding wheel is effectively putting it over the spindle of your bench grinder. But there's a few things you need to check first. And the first one is that the surface around the wheel is free from any large chunks. Small chunks can be removed by dressing, but if there's large pieces missing, you might as well throw the wheel away. And you've got to check that the wheel isn't cracked. Now, the easiest way to do it is to support it on something. So let's say this old screwdriver. So support the wheel there, and then take something plastic which won't damage the wheel, like another screwdriver, and just tap it. And if it rings like that, then the grinding wheel is fine, it's not cracked. But if it makes a noise like this, chances are the wheel is cracked and you really shouldn't use that wheel. And you can use this on all different sizes, so that's a 6, an 8 even, and this is a small 3-inch wheel. Now the ring isn't so defined, but it is still slightly noticeable, and it's still not a thud, so there is no cracks in these little wheels. And the next thing you've got to remember is how to store these wheels. Now how they are here is not how you should store them. You should really store them either hung like this or in the boxes they come in. And regarding what you should actually use on these, you should only really use ferrous metals on these, because the soft metals will clog them up and then they'll come out of balance, and chances are the grinder will take off on a close earth orbit on you, which I don't imagine it'd be too interesting. Now obviously it's important that you bolt the grinder down and that your wheels are balanced. Now let's say the end of this screwdriver was the shaft of the grinding wheel. You see there that it's not sitting in the centre and there's all this movement. Now if you were to try to position that and balance it on the grinding stone, it'd be fine until you started grinding and the wheel would push back, which would be incredibly dangerous because it'd send it way out of balance. So the only thing you could do is to create a bush which was a running fit in the bore and a fit on the, shall we say this is the shaft of your bench grinder, in order to keep that wheel running true on the shaft. Now it's important you don't press these into anything, because they will crack and they will break. And I'm not saying don't buy the cheap ones, but your odds of getting a bad wheel are obviously higher with the cheaper ones than they are with the more expensive ones. But obviously there are loads and loads of different types of wheels for different materials, and I'm not going to go into those. And I'll put a little clip on at the end of a grinder I've just rebuilt with balanced wheels, just so you can see how it runs. And as the grinder stops, it should stop, well, in a longer time, but more smoothly if the wheel is well balanced. So that just about concludes everything I have to say about grinding wheels. And if you have any other questions, please drop them down below.